My name is Sean Patrick Thomas, and I just wanted to let you know that the Pick TV network is on Roku, and they're hosting a monthly TV virtual book fair with book authors and readers from all around the world. For dates and times, call 215-609-5255 or go to www.thepictvnetwork.com. My brother David Evans is the president. David, great job, man. Take care.
Wow, that is amazing. How old is he?
It's like 10 months.
10 months, and he's got Pick TV at 10 months old. Look at that. That's our brand new member of the Pick TV network, folks. He is so happy.
He is a good happy baby.
Wow. Go Pick TV. Hey, little man, what's your new TV network you're going to be watching?
Pick TV.
There you go.
We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
Hey everybody, David Evans here from Washington, D.C., your president and founder of the Pick TV network. I'm excited, delighted, and blessed and impressed because this book fair today, number 2, has religious book authors and the Pick TV network managers are here to bring a special presentation that we have never done before. What we're doing today, folks, is to bring our book fair dedication to all the kids, all the teachers, all the parents in Udell, Texas. We all share our hearts and sentiments and love to our family members and brothers and sisters and those who dare still grieving. And what we're going to do from the Pick TV network is dedicate this book fair to you. And these authors today are going to be giving away books. Some are going to be talking about the new books coming up. And I brought in today some great people, some great team folks coming on today. Want to say hello all the way from Canada. Hey, Brooke, can you say hello to the world watching right now from Canada?
Hello, wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. Very special welcome here from Toronto, Canada.
How do you do, all of you? Glad to be here from Toronto, Canada.
Wow, let's move it on over to Dr. Annette West. Give us some South Carolina love, Dr. West.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to give y'all the Wakanda love. No, just kidding. But I just want to greetings to everyone from sunny, hot, humid, muggy, beautiful South Carolina. But we love you. Come on in, Dr. Annette.
Hey, Dr. Sheila, give us some Alabama love to the world. Unmute that microphone.
Yes, yes, I am so excited to be here. And we're sending love all the way to Uvalde, Texas, from Alabama, letting them know that our hearts and our minds and all of our prayers are with you. I'm excited to be here. I'm on the panel with all these wonderful, beautiful people. So shout outs from Alabama.
Thank you. Let's give to Mel Beast. Mel Beast, give us some Colorado love to the world.
Hello, everybody. This is Mel Beast from Colorado. I hope you all are having a great day. It's nice and sunny out here today, so that's a great thing. Love is fun.
Thank you. We have Prophetess on for the first time. Thank you, Yvette. You have the same name my wife's name, so you definitely gonna come back because you're Yvette. My wife is Yvette. You're gonna come on again. Give us some Chicago love.
Hey, Chi-Town in the house. We welcome you, and I am so honored to be here. This is a move of God because this just happened all within a matter of hours of me being here. So I am so grateful and appreciative for being on this platform with all of you all, and I am thankful for it. Thank you.
Thank you, and give us some Grand Rapids, Detroit love. And
okay, I've got to start with the mitten. Detroit's over here. I'm over here. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And from the mitten, we say hello. And our hearts really go out for the families, but also for the teachers who have to go back day after day. And for those teachers who are working with the children and whose their own children are concerned about their moms and dads going back to school. So let's remember the parents and the teachers.
Thank you, Ann. Hey, everybody, watching a special presentation today, the PIC TV Network Book Fair number 6. This is our 6th book fair. And then we have today children's book authors, and some of my team from PIC TV Network is coming on, and we're dedicating this whole segment on to all of the children, all of the families, all of the teachers down in Texas. This is for you today. And I'm going to get into this presentation right now because we have another presentation of book authors coming on talking about health and wellness. But I want to bring on Dr. West, who is my right-hand person when it came to organizing this program project today. Dr. West, hey, what's going on? It's here. We've been waiting for this moment. We have book authors on talking about their books, but let's just get into it with you. Mother's Day just passed. We just saw something that touched our hearts from all over the world. And Dr. West, just talk about why it's in your heart to give away some books to these kids down there and teachers down there and parents in Udall, Texas.
Yeah, Dr. David Evans, we are called to serve. There's always space for us to do something more than we are doing. We're all doing something, but there's always more that we can do. So this is just a great opportunity to offer to some people a resource that I have. I'm going to be, I checked, I have 20 copies of this on hand. So I'm going to be sending this book to 20 people who requested. Our hearts go out to everyone who has been impacted by what has happened in Uvalde, Texas, everyone who's been impacted by it. And even for those of us who just have a heart for people, never a good thing that we want to hear about and definitely not to experience. So any way that we can serve others. And like I said, I have 12 copies of this. Jesus, the Path to Victorious Living. I think this book it will be a great giveaway because everybody's going through something at different times, but it's good to know that no matter what you're going through, you are going to be victorious. You can come out on the other side. You can be an overcomer. So I'm offering this book today, jetnaypublishing.org. If you want this book, just go in there, put your information, and just say PIC TV, and I'll know it's this book, and I will send it to you this coming week. I have 20 copies, and I would love to get it in your hands. Dr. David.
Dr. West, you've been on with me several times. We prayed together. You've been on our religious channel. We talked about you coming on with your own show. You have people already who are your students coming. Your student, how your students meet you on TV? I don't know how your students pop on me. They love you, and I want to bring in Ann for just 30 seconds. How did you feel with seeing your coach do that presentation, Ann? How did you feel?
Proud and honored that I'm sitting here right next to her. My 30 seconds, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, when you have people on like Dr. West, who does so many wonderful things to help our shows, programs. We do a weekly show together. I don't want to say the network because I don't give shots out like that, but she does a weekly show with me, really a daily show with me. Dr. West giving away those books is amazing. We got your information up there. So all they have to do, Dr. West, to get a free copy, and I think we got some more information up there, is to get in touch with you. And it doesn't cost a dime. God bless you, woman of God. God bless you for giving back. You know, I salute you for that. And that's going to motivate your student also to do the same thing.
Well, let me tell you, I want to give a shout out to Miss Anna. It's Miss Anna J. Small Roseboro. She has been a great, not just my student, she's been a great teacher in the process as well, because she's offered some great tools to me as she's come alongside of me. And, you know, that's what this is all about. We can't be out here by ourselves. We need one another. We need the koinonia. We need the fellowship. We need the camaraderie. And that's the kind of relationships that I like to build under the publishing company that the Lord has given to me. It's not just about me. It's about us.
Right.
Dr. David, turn on your mic.
Thank you. I'm so caught up. You know, I'm so caught up, you know, seeing you guys come on. It just blesses me real good. We have some newcomers on today with us on the PIC TV network. Dr. Annette West is a gift to the world. I told some people that she needs to be on Good Morning America, the Oprah Winfrey Show, Tyler Perry Show, because what she shared with us is amazing with the in-depth. And you got to wait till she come on talking about the next segments, health and wellness. You got to hear her presentation. So she's a woman of wisdom. I want to move on to talk with Burke from Canada. Burke and Sarita. Thank you, Burke and Rita. Love you so much. You are family in Texas. Burke, you're a children's book author. What does this mean to you today to have this book fair and to give back?
You know, Dr. Evans, it's almost like bittersweet, because for most of my life, I have been an educator. I was a guidance counselor for a long, long time. And as I listened to what happened in Texas this past week, it just brought back to memory an incident that we had where we lost a student on a Friday afternoon, where he was stabbed to death at the local train station, subway. And I remember going in on the Monday morning and what the school went through in trying to console classmates and staff and everyone in school. And I remember all the feelings and emotions that went into that, the sessions, meeting with the officials from the board office, etc. And when I think of what has been shown to us, and you multiply that by those numbers, it just tugs at my heartstring, as I'm sure it does to so many other people. And when I think that you have seen it fit to encourage us to get involved, what can we do? And it might not be much, but in a small way, what can we do to help to assist, to recognize the humanity in all of us. And the fact that we are now children's authors in our senior years, we have a book here that's called I Like Being Me. I Like Being Me. And when you go through everything in life, as we all do at different stages and to different degrees, here is a book that says, in spite of everything, in spite of our belief system, at the end of the day, it's important to really like yourself, because there are many people today who are second guessing, going over in their mind, is there something I could have done different? Is there something I should have done different? But it's gone. You can't do anything about it. But at the end of the day, I really like being me. So whether you're a child or you're an adult, we believe that there could be something within these pages that can help someone to feel better about themselves. And so we are delighted to contribute and to offer our books. And Rita can speak more about that, to the details of that.
Yes, sir. Yes. So as Sam said, we would be delighted to donate 5 of our books to 5 families or 5 children who indicate an interest. And I guarantee you that it certainly will not take away the pain that people are feeling as a result of the crisis in Texas, but it probably will provide some kind of comfort, because they will be encouraged and invited to like being who they are. Dr. Evans.
Your mic.
Okay. I'm just so engrossed in the words that you guys are saying, and my heart is just in listening mode. When I see you, Burke, and I see you, Rita, who's a part of our team on the PIC TV network, and to have you guys to come on and to share your heart, and to give away books, to be here today, to participate in one of the most sensitive book fairs we ever had. We are today having a TV virtual book fair on PIC TV network, but the dedication to the kids, the teachers, the parents, and Udell, Texas is amazing. And I want to thank you guys. You guys have a special place in my heart for doing what you're doing today. And Burke, all they have to do, if someone want to get one of your books, is to go to your email, giftsbyburke@gmail.com. And the 647, is that the phone number they can call, Burke?
Yes.
They can text us and we'll get it right off to them.
Wow. And it's free of charge for those who in Texas,
yes,
who have been touched by the incident that happened, or maybe you're from Texas, or you're a teacher, you may have had a friend who passed away, or your teacher, but we're giving you these books of comfort, love, inspiration, and hope. And I want to thank again everybody, especially the book authors and the PIC TV network managers, for doing this today. We got a lot of comments, Burke, coming in. Coach Evans said, help the children, God's word, to Dr. Evans in the Dream. We have all the way from Mississippi, the light of love shines even in darkness. This is from the Lady of Wisdom down there. We have Lubbock, Texas. Sandy is there. Monique from the DMV. She'll be joining us on this segment. We have Bridget, who's coming in saying, remember the kids, teachers, and parents, sending hugs and prayers. This is major, folks. And I want to thank you guys for helping this presentation to be great. Dr. West, I know you're multitasking. How did you feel when you're seeing Burke from Canada and them expressing their words and giving away books like you?
Well, first of all, it's nice to meet you both. Sam and Rita, thank you so much for what you're doing. I love the cover on your book. I think that's going to be a great resource to put in hands. It's always to meet, what do they call y'all, across the pond or something?
Up north.
Up north. Never been there, but have heard great things. But it's just a blessing to be connected with people who have a heart to serve, and that you are willing to utilize the resources that God has given to you and pour them into other people. So like we say, never a good situation, but if we can do anything, then we'll do it. So thank you all so much, Sam and Rita, for your love.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, folks, these are PIC TV Network team. These folks who are on right now are book authors, but they're also part of the PIC TV Network Dream Team managers. And my heart is just so full of love, and because they're giving back today. Normally we have our book sessions and you guys pushing your books, from Amazon or, independent sellers or whatever, and people buy your products. But today they're giving away. And those are supporting. You still can support. You can push that QR code right there, scan the QR code and support. But what I love about this presentation, we're remembering our brothers and sisters, teachers, parents, families, kids down in Texas today. We're dedicating this book segment to all of you there today, and we have not forgotten. And we have the Written Word Publishing today with us today. Thank you for tuning in with us. Also, PIC TV Network team managers. We have Dr. Sheila. Dr. Sheila, your book again, it seems so fitting for the time that we're in today. The title that you have for your book. Talk a little bit more about that.
Yes, Dr. Evans, when I started putting together my book, The Calm in the Chaos, I started it at the beginning of the pandemic. And it was before we even knew it was going to be a pandemic. It was more like a buzz of something going around. And it was somewhere in the early parts of January where there was a buzz of something. And I started putting the book together, and I had no idea that such chaos would just come down so quickly within a matter of 2.5 years. And especially combined with school shootings, just regular being in the grocery store and other types of calamities that have gone on. I didn't know. But with the times that we're in now, it does fit, because we are in chaotic times. And with what happened in Uvalde, Texas, and what happened in Buffalo, New York prior to that, when those things happened, I said, well, this is the time that the calm in the chaos is truly needed. So when I heard about it and I knew that we were going to be having our annual book fair, it's only fitting that I get this book in their hands, because the whole purpose of writing it was not to make profit from it. But the whole purpose of writing the book was just getting God's word out there and letting people know there's a calm, there's a peace in this chaotic situation that's going on in the world right now. Because we have a God that, I guarantee you, he's not sitting on the edge of his seat wondering what's going to happen. He is the calm in the chaos that's going on. We don't know what's going to happen, but he does know. And that is why I wanted to get the book out there to the people, to let them know that God, we still have a God that sits high and looks low. We still have a God that is there for his people and his children. Even though we're in a world that is tainted and in a world where evil is present, we must know that also there's a God that is even more present. And there's nothing that gets by his mighty hand. So that's what I wanted to just put the book together with no idea of what we're going to embark upon. But there's several topics, such as being able to weather a storm. Some people don't know how to weather that storm, how to ride out the storms and the calamities that's going on in your life. how to be able to come to God in prayer and to find that peace and that center that could anchor you instead of just being blown in the wind with everything that's going on. And not only just being anchored and knowing how to weather a storm, but how to lean and depend on God. And along with that, how to rise to the challenge and fighting to endure. These are the things that we must learn to do if we're going to be able to find a calm, a center, a peace in the chaotic times without it just taking over our hearts and minds and putting us in the places of depression and anxiety, which a lot of people are facing right now because of the troubles that are going on. But there is not hope, not just only hope, but there's a bright future that's ahead, even though it doesn't look like it. But I just wanted to write this book and turn them in the direction to where that hope and that beauty that comes out of ashes, show them where that comes from. And that comes from our Lord and Savior. So I was very honored to be able to put that book together. And now with what's going on in the world, I'm even more honored to get this book out there to them and let them know there is a calm in the chaos in our lives.
Wow. When I hear you say that, it's amazing. Your story, your book is going to touch the lives of people everywhere and motivate, encourage, inspire folk everywhere. And I want to thank you for giving away copies, and God bless you, for reaching out and giving back and supporting and helping others. Folk, today you're watching a special presentation on the PIC TV network. This is our book fair on right now. PIC TV network is on your screen, and we are on all over the world. You already know that we are on in Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada. Burke is here. Valerie is here from Canada. Ireland, West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia. Teresa is there. Germany, Dennis is there. And United States, you're with us too. All on the PIC TV network with Roku, the #1 streaming device in the world, who allows us to come on this platform, who have interpreters in all of these countries. I want to say thank you to Roku, who is the big platform that we're on. And our network of 60 channels is amazing. So with this book fair today, folks, those who are watching, you also can click and play on your phone, www.thepictvnetwork.com. And you can scan that QR code. Boom. When you do that, all your information from PIC TV Network is on the go. You can watch us in the barbershop, nail salons, beauty parlors, bars, restaurants, churches, clubs. We go with you right on your phone when you scan the QR code. And plus, you can give a donation to help us with our programs and shows. All that information is right there. So with that said, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to be right back before we close out this segment. We got a couple more authors going to speak. Then we have another book authors are coming up. The Wealth and Health. Wow. They're waiting in the backstage. And also our poetry authors. They're coming on right after this. Thank you for watching PIC TV Network, folks. We are on and we're going to be right back right after this. So don't touch that dial. Hey everybody, right here back with you again. Pick TV Network, TV Virtual Book Fair number 6 coming your way. We have these authors on today, children's book authors. We just heard from Bert, who is from Canada, him and his wonderful wife. Boy, I like being me. And you got to see that commercial. Matter of fact, we're going to get ready to play that too. And also we heard from Dr. Annette West, who is one of the most smartest person when it comes to getting your books out there and getting them out there the right way. Matter of fact, she's helping me to write my first book, and it's going to be amazing. The success steps of the Pick TV Network. You got to see that. Also, we heard from Dr. Sheila. Dr. Sheila McGrew is working with us all the way from down in Alabama. We heard from her today. And we are moving this presentation. Melvise has come on with us. These are Pick TV Network business managers who I love so much. Lady of Wisdom, who's been on our last segment. She's with us today again. She supports her president, y'all. The Lady of Wisdom supports her president. I want to thank you, Dr. West, again, everybody. Now, let's go into some of our new folk who just coming on today. This is your first time coming on Pick TV Network. Prophetess Yvette, thank you for coming on. I love your name.
Thank you.
You're on for the first time. You have an upcoming book, and you want to give a shout out to your coach today, Dr. Annette. You want to give a shout out to her too?
Yes, I do. Because if it wasn't for her, I would have known about you, and I wouldn't be here. And I know that I prayed, and I put this on my vision board, that I would have a multi-million-dollar book selling, bestseller, New York Times, and I got that off from that. So I don't want no bestseller Amazon now. I want a bestseller New York Times, where everybody could read my books. I'm not coming out with just one book. I'm coming out with 2. And both of these books are fictional. And it talks about one, Birthing Anointed Angels, a spiritual walk. It talks about I owed 3 months behind. I was 3 months behind on my rent. A lot of my other bills were behind. And my mom and my sister did daycare. My mom kept telling me, why don't you do daycare? No, I don't want to do daycare. And one day, while I was at the Christian bookstore, and the song was playing, Psalms 23. And I went over there, purchased the tape, took it to my mom, put it in the computer, and the music had the colors dancing on the computer. At that moment, I heard something say, you could do this. I talked to my mom and I said, how can I start my daycare? But little did I know that this was all the plan that God had for me. I was in the behavioral health profession. And what I used to do is I would go into different public schools and teach life skills to the students. This one particular day, I seen the teacher dragging a student down the hall by his feet. Right after that, I quit my job. But I was owing everybody. Birthing Anointed Angels deals with the struggle and the fight and something that I had to face, and that was fear. Fear had kept me from doing a lot of things in my life. But then when I was thrust into starting my daycare, my back was against the wall. The owner of the house came and she was handing me papers for an eviction. And she said, you got to leave. You got 30 days. It was in December. And I looked at this lady kind of curious and kind of scratching my head and I said, God didn't tell me to do this. And the whole conversation changed. I never got put out. But this book talks about the preparation from the beginning to the end of my journey with fighting the spirit of fear and getting my daycare together. Where to find the children. And when the license rep came to my house to license me for the daycare, I told her that I was leaving. She said, "Oh no, wait. You gotta wait till you get your license." I didn't do that. But it was all the plan. It was all the plan of God that I will face this thing that been tormenting me all of my life.
Wow.
And that was fear. And it wasn't until I started this daycare and started getting in prayer and spiritual warfare that I cut the head of fear off. Not to torment me anymore. So this book talks about my journey, how I constantly got in prayer and asked for guidance. And everything that I prepared for this daycare, it was all given to me. I didn't have to spend the money. None of my utilities was cut off or anything. And I couldn't even file for unemployment because I walked off of my job. Wow. Unseen Wings is the second book.
Wow. We're going to talk about that one in a second. But okay. I'm excited about your presentation. And you're going to do a spotlight. You need a whole 30-minute spotlight because I love the spiritual aspect that you're talking today. And so many people can identify with you who's going through the same thing what you're going through and just coming out. Dr. Annette, how are you proud of one of your students again? You got two of them up here. How proud are you?
Well, listen, all we do is serve, Dr. David. We are just called to serve. That's all I consider myself, is a servant of the Most High God. That's what I do. Just give what I have to other people and just hope that they pick it up and then they build on what God has called them to do. So it's never about me. I appreciate y'all giving me a shout out, but it's not about me. It's always about Jesus. It's always about the work of Jesus. And it's always about us being able to build this kingdom here that God has called us to do. So I'm excited for Yvette and also for Miss Anna for what they are doing. And, hey, in Jesus, anything is possible. All things are possible. Yes.
That's it. I mean, when you say that, you just sum it all up. You put the icing on the cake. That's it. So while we're here with Anna from Grand Rapids, do you have a book that you're going to be talking about and giving away also to help the kids and teachers and parents? Take about 2 minutes to talk about that book.
All right. I'm glad you mentioned you have an international audience, because one of my earlier books, Experimenting with Poems and Pictures, is written in 4 languages. It's in French, Spanish, German, and English. And one of my friends in Kenya is translating it in Kiswahili. And it's a book of poems and pictures. And many of the artists are students at the school where I used to teach. And so as families are dealing with our current crisis, sometimes just looking at a picture can help them address some of the issues that they're facing. And that gives them a way to talk about it. But also they can write. And at the end of this book, there are reflection questions, but there are also some guidelines for getting people to unload some of the feelings that they're experiencing. And that led us to the book that I worked with for Dr. West. It's called Rainbow Reminders. And I want you to notice the rainbow on this cover. It's wrong. We had the colors in the wrong place. And we did not realize that until we ordered a proof copy of the book and shared it with the teacher. And the teacher said, my kindergartners would know that this is not correct. And so we did do a redo of this book. And if we have anything to share with you today other than the books that we're going to be doing, and yes, we will be giving away 5 copies of this book, but also work with an editor. Work with a publisher, things that you don't notice, someone else can. And before you invest in buying 500 copies of the book that you're going to take on an author tour and have them all wrong, order a proof copy. And when you do, you'll get beautiful books that remind you that no matter what the situation, after the rain comes the rainbow. And our book talks about the ways that we can be the pot of gold in the life of someone else. Dr. Evans, thank you so much for inviting me to share the story of the books that I have written, the books that I am writing, and the books that I have an opportunity to share with families who have gone through the recent situation in Uvalde, Texas.
Well, thank you. I mean, when I heard you speak again, I want to thank Dr. West for hooking this up. I can't wait till your interview happens because, again, you mentioned to some things before while we were on broadcast, before broadcast started, about the background of teachers and serving and being doing so much, and I can't wait to hear about you. But you were saying this day was so dear to you because there was a loved one that went on the other side of the rainbow. Can you give a shout out and to your family? And you got to give a couple of shouts out too, because it's your first time coming on. They're going to be watching this.
Thank you. During our backstage time, I shared with the fact that I'm a wife and a mother. So we've been married for 55 years. We've lived in 5 states. I've worked and taught students in middle school to high school to college. And it is during our retirement here in Michigan that we learned that our son, Robert Allen, who is a sailor in Japan, was found dead in his apartment.
Oh, no.
And we never learned how he passed. But we did get one of his journals that said that he had made his peace with God. When he was on a ship from Virginia back to San Diego, we had sent him the book, A Purpose-Filled Life. And he said, I found my purpose. And we do have copies of that. And so even though we don't know how he died, we know where he is. And that is such a blessing to us that we have an opportunity to share this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, when we and other parents of men and women who have served in the military who did not come back home. But as Dr. West will tell you, in the book that I wrote for her, we talked about my son going home to live with God. And so thank you, Dr. Evans, for giving me this opportunity to give the shout out. But we're giving a shout of praise and thanksgiving that we had parents and grandparents who taught us the value of teaching our sons and daughters to get to know the Lord for themselves. So even though he was in Osaka, Japan, then he's now there.
That's big. That is super huge.
Yes.
Because you're putting the Bible in perspective, to be absent from the body, be present with the Lord. And He'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on Him.
Amen.
And I just thank God for that. You just don't know those words that you just said are comforting people all over the world who's going through this hurt and pain, bereavement, crisis. Those words are uplifting. Hey, you say you've been married for 50-something years. You know your husband's going to be watching this, so you got to give a shout out to him. You got to put his name out there. You got to give us some love to your husband.
All right. My husband is William Gerald Roseborough. My son has the same name. My daughter is Rosalind, which is Rosalind Rose Reborn. We had intended to name our first child after my husband, but our first child was a daughter. And so we named her after her dad. He played basketball for Penn State University, and they called him Rosie because our last name is Roseborough. And so we named our daughter Rosalind Little Rose Renee, which means reborn. So shout out to my family, to my husband, William, my son, William, my daughter, Roz, my son who's passed on, Robert Allen. Shout.
Thank you. I'm so happy again. Folks, you're watching this special presentation on the PIC TV network. Our book fair number 6 is here today, and we are having some special authors on today, children's book authors, all the way from Washington, D.C. to Texas, all the way to Canada with Burke, to North Carolina with Dr. West, Dr. Sheila, Alabama, Lady of Wisdom, Mississippi. We just had Laverne popping in. She's from Canada also. We have Always coming in from Chicago. Now, what we're going to do, folks, we have another segment after this. Our book fair has more authors coming on. You don't want to miss the wealth and health book authors coming on. Dr. West's going to put it down. You're going to get her books, and she's going to give some books away. And also we have my brother O. He may even do a poem or two, folks. He's going to talk at our next segment. I'll also with Valerie. And some of my team members are co-hosting with me today. It's all about the kids in Texas, the teachers, and the parents. Our love in this presentation is dedicated to you and especially you. I want to thank everybody for watching in. We have so many amazing chats coming in, folks, because I can see these chats coming in from all over the place. And I want to say thank you. Keep those chats coming in and comments coming in. Wow. I want to say hello again. Thank you for popping in, giving such a word. Thank you, Lady of Wisdom, all the way to Mississippi, sending love to each of you and those across the country who are suffering loss. We love and appreciate you. Those words mean so much. Thank you, Monique. Love and hugs to the families. Thank you, Bridget, North Carolina. Love. Remember the kids, the teachers, and the parents sending hugs and prayers. Thank you, everybody. Hey, don't forget, we have another segment coming up, and everybody's here. Thank you, Yvette. This is your first time coming on.
Yes.
Lady Yvette, do you want to give a shout out to some people? I know you got some family members can be watching you on TV for the first time. Come on and let's give a couple of shouts out.
I want to give a shout out to my mom, Mary, my sister Judith and her husband, Brian, my children, Danica, her husband, Tim, my daughter, Shantae, and her husband, Derek, my son, Paris, my daughter, Sade, and her husband, Dan, and all of the anointed angels that have came through my daycare, but also Dr. Evans. I am a publisher of journals, and I would like to I have 13 journals that I have developed over a 3-month period of time. And I would like to dedicate 5 journals to preteens. This is my granddaughter's face, one of my oldest granddaughters. And I would like to donate to, young adults, preteens. This is my other granddaughter, Egypt, and little kids. My other granddaughter, Elia, little shoppers. And also for the parents, a gratitude journal to express how grateful they are to be here and that God has not forgotten them in the midst of this tragic happening, but God is going to strengthen, empower, and give them wisdom on how to deal with it, and even to how to connect with others and encourage them to keep on moving on. So in these journals that I have, they can write down their thoughts, gratitudes, plans, whatever. And I would like to donate 5 of each. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to donate 5 of each to whoever come and email me, text me. I'll send them out to them along with my 2 books when they come out. Because those Birth and Anointed Angels and the Unseen Wings will encourage someone in their path of faith, developing a relationship with the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Always make it known to what God, because we say so many times, and we say that word loosely, God, but there's many gods. What God you talking about?
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you. She's getting warmed up, folks. That's why when she come on and do her presentation, it's going to be amazing. I want to thank all of our guests coming on, and we have our other guests who in our studio getting ready to come on. Brother O is in the backstage getting ready to do his thing, to share his information. Valerie from all the way from the big place in the world, Canada, is coming on. She's in the backstage. Hopefully Lady Whiskey can pop back in along with Written Word Publishing and Dr. West. Some of these people have been hanging with me all day. They love their president, Burke and his wonderful wife. So, folks, we're getting ready to go into the next segment, our last segment. You don't want to miss it. You hung out with us this long. You're at the TV Virtual Book Fair on the PIC TV Network. We're so happy for all of these presenters coming on today and giving back. They're giving back their books to support families in Texas, teachers, parents, and loved ones. I want to thank everybody for watching. We have another segment. Don't touch that dial. Health and wellness. Authors are coming up. And poetry. Authors are coming. You don't want to miss it. And some of my managers, team managers, are going to come and help me host this next and last show. So, with that said, thank you for your time, everybody. We'll see you next time on the PIC TV Network. Don't go that far because we got some more coming on next, right after this. God bless you, everybody. Come on, everybody. Wave to everybody. Let them know. Hey, look at all that love out there, y'all. That's a lot of love. Thank you for your time, everybody. God bless.
Am I rolling? Oh, good. Hi-ho, David. This is a special cameo to you. And I'm Kermit, and I'm excited to wish you a happy 60th birthday. Yay! Oh, wow. What a great day to celebrate. Yeah, 60's going to look good on you, my friend. Hope you have many more, and you party like a rock star. Here's a little party music for you, okay? Here's a banjo birthday song, frog style. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you. David, I hope it's a great one, and that you are surrounded by many who love you, including this frog here. Have a great birthday. Happy 60th to David. Yay! All right, bye.